What's going on, guys? EK9 here, bringing you guys a hut video. So today I'm going to do a hut tips video on what I think is the best synergies to use in the game. So guys, I'll show you guys my team quick. I already showed you guys previously in a couple of videos ago, but just to show you what my synergies are. So right now I have net front presence, one-timer efficiency, hold the blue line, wrecking crew, breakout master, thread the needle, sustain pressure, and do your deeks as well as workhorse. So I got quite a few synergies on, and a lot of you like to debate whether synergies actually work or not, but personally, if you do have synergies on, you will notice a big difference in the team, and I'm here to do my personal take on what I think are the best synergies on the game. And first off, I'll start off with team synergies. So there is currently 5 team synergies. There's for the boys, sustain pressure, wrecking crew, take away kings, and one-timer efficiency. So guys, to start it off, my personal favorite would be sustain pressure because it does give a +3 bonus to speed, and if you guys do notice, speed plays a big role in trying to win games. So having that +3 to speed, plus then it gives a +3 to passing as well, makes a big difference in this game. If you can make passes more accurately, more efficiently, you're going to score a lot more goals, you're going to have a lot better chances, and you're not going to make as many mistakes in the game. It also gives a +3 to puck control, so that way your players are holding on to the puck more. They're playing a stronger game, winning puck battles, and also durability, so they don't get injured as much as well. So you notice a big difference there if you have that applied, and since it's a team synergy, it gives it all to all of your players. Now it does take 10 to activate, where you have to find your right mix of players. It's not too difficult if you do have the +3 coach activated. Second, I would have to say, guys, would have to probably be Wrecking Crew. Wrecking Crew gives a +3 to acceleration, so then if you have sustained pressure also activated, you get a +3 to acceleration and a +3 to speed, so your players are taken off a lot quicker and they're going to be a lot quicker on the ice. Plus, guys, you get that +3 to body checking. Body checking is crucial in this game, and I'll say that because a lot of the players that you play against are going to do the spin around the circles. They're going to try and maneuver you out of the zone, and they're going to try and just take advantage of your weak defense to come across and score. It happens to me all the time. It's one of the most annoying things I find in this game, and if you have an advantage to body checking, it makes it easier for you to knock those guys off the puck. Plus the +3 to strength, which also helps, but that also helps with puck control as well. So that will help your team be a little bit stronger, more aggressive on the puck, and make them a little bit harder to, knock away from the puck. As well as discipline. Discipline's a huge thing in this game. I don't know how many of you guys click R1 and take penalties, all the time, or you make bad hits or whatever, but if you have the +3 to discipline, makes your team take a little bit less penalties, and they play a little bit, smarter hockey. And last but not least, so I'd have sustained pressure number 1, then I'd have wrecking crew number 2, would have to be the one-timer efficiency. And I say that, guys, because it does give you the offensive edge in passing, as it gives. So if you have sustained pressure, it basically gives you a +6 to passing. Also hand eyes, so hand eye is pretty important. Batting the pucks, tipping shots, all of that kind of stuff. Offensive awareness, so your guys know where to go in the zone, as well as slap shot power. So your team's gonna be, especially at the point, when you guys like to utilize your points, that slap shot power is gonna make a big difference when you take your guys' shots. So what I suggest, guys, is if you guys don't already, look when you're doing your synergies. Look at the players before you buy them, because I know a lot of you might think, hey, it's an 89 overall or it's a 90 overall, but if their synergies don't match your team synergies and they don't help, your team's only going to be playing at a certain potential. Whereas if you have these synergies activated, they play a lot better, especially if they're the team synergies, because it makes your whole team have those bonuses. So like currently I showed you guys with my team, I have 3 team synergies activated. I have one-timer efficiency, wrecking crew, and sustained pressure. So basically my whole team has a +3 to speed, they have a +6 to passing, they have a +3 to puck control, and a +3 to durability, as well as, +3 to body checking, strength, discipline, all of that. So every player is playing at a higher overall technically than they already are. And that makes a huge difference. And that's why a lot of you might struggle when you're playing, because you don't have the synergies activated. And synergies make a huge difference. That's why some players you might see 90 overalls go for 50K, but 88s go for 100K. because the synergy difference, guys, it makes a huge difference when you're playing. But for player synergies, I personally have my own preferences. So I seen that Sleeves did his video on this not too long ago. And personally, guys, I'd say the biggest one to have would be your net front presence. I really like the net front presence because it does give a +3 to your balance, so players are, they're not getting hit down as much. Hand eye as well, they're able to tip. Strength, they're stronger, as well as their offensive awareness. Really crucial in the offensive zone. Number two, I would definitely have to say, guys, would be Dangler Zone. I like to move the puck. It's personal preference. I love to deke. I love to make moves, all of that kind of good stuff. So having a +3, +2 to deking, having a +2 to hand eye and puck control makes a big difference in the game. And I'd also have to say, guys, another big one would be hold the blue line. And the only reason I like hold the blue line is because I do like it with my defensive players that have it. So, it only takes 3 to activate, and it gives anyone with it a +2 to slap shot accuracy, puck control, shot blocking, and offensive awareness. It helps with the defensive game quite a bit. And my personal preference when I'm playing is I like the quote, offense sells tickets, but defense wins championships. The stronger you play defensively and the more you make your opponent have to work for their goals, the easier it is going to be for you in all. Because if you score 1 or 2 goals and they can't score any, you're going to win that game. Whereas if you guys are fighting, tooth and nail for each goal, scoring on each other, that can go either way. Whereas if you play a stronger defensive game, and then it can make them be a little bit more aggressive, they have to play a little stronger, they're getting a little angry because they can't do anything, it helps your game a little bit. Another one I do like, guys, is definitely the do your dekes. And again, it's because of the +3 to deking, puck control, as well as agility. So then your players can make sharper turns. They play a little more agile. Their deking, puck control, big thing. If you guys want another defensive one that's really good to have, would definitely be your breakout master, because it does give you a +3 to acceleration and wrist shot power. And like I said, guys, the most crucial thing in this game, and anyone can debate me on this, and this has been a big transition from the way I've played from NHL 15 when I used to play competitively compared to now, is how much more speed matters. Speed is the most crucial thing that you guys are ever going to see in this game, and it's not a difference. See, when I used to play a long time ago, like, well, not too long, but 5 years ago, when I was about 15, is speed didn't really matter. I used to play versus all the time. I think I had an 82-1 record, and I used the Anaheim Ducks. I had Ryan Getzlaf and Corey Perry on my team, and it's kind of ironic that I was using the Ducks as a Shark fan, but they had such a big team, and they were so hard to body and knock down and that. But this year, it's not about how big your players are. It's about how quick they are. The quicker they go, the more goals you're going to score, because you're going to catch a defense, flat foot, anything like that, and they're just going to take off, and that makes such a huge difference. So that's another big one I find. And those are most of the synergies that I'm going to talk about. There are a few that make a difference too, like X Factor, but X Factor does take 6. That's the thing with X Factor, is it's a big one to activate. So it does have a lot of bonuses like speed, agility, slapshot power, and wrist shot power. It's giving you a +2 to 4 different categories. So definitely gonna help, but it's a little bit harder to hit. Whereas some of the other ones doesn't take as much, like Dangler Zone, hold the blue line, breakout master, do your dekes. They're only 4. Rather net front presence. Net front presence is just one of my favorite ones, but that's a +5, and it's just because it gives that +3 bonus to everything that it does. So those are the ones I would say, guys. But if you guys haven't already, definitely take a look at your team. Like if you look at my team, for example, you'll see all the green activated on almost every single player. Neckis has at least 1. Bergeron has 1. Lafreniere has 2. Kane has both. Giroux has both. McDonald has both. So you guys get the idea. Olsen, O'Reilly both have 2. Getzlaf has 2. The only player on my team that does not have a synergy actually activated on him is Zach Werenski. He's the only player, and I'm looking to maybe upgrade him into something else so I can get something different. Like I'm pretty close for a couple things I think here, like Arm Days 1, things like that. Maybe get some type of bonus to sustain pressure because I only have 11 out of 10. So if you guys do see that, that's what makes a huge difference in the team play. So like as for example, you see my team here, guys. My best player on offense is a 91 overall, which to some of you might think, hey, that's a really good team. That's an elite team right there. If you guys actually like, if, a lot of you probably do play higher end hockey, Div 1 hockey, stuff like that, you will notice that my team overall is significantly less than the opponents that I play against. A lot of the players I play have 95s, they have 93s, they have 94s. But my team can still match up well against them because of all the synergies that I've activated. The only advantage I have significantly when I play that I notice is I have a higher defensive core. I have almost 91s. I have three 91s, two 90s, and an 88. Makes a huge difference. This team of the year Carlson has made a huge difference with synergies. So that's why you guys can see 4 to each synergy that he has makes it makes him so lethal. That's why I wanted to maybe get Binnington, but I didn't. So I did also pick up Yaroslav Halak, who also does have both the synergies, uh, Wrecking Crew plus Sustained Pressure. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. You guys don't have to exactly pick the synergies that I use or anything like that, but those are just my personal opinion of what I think are the best synergies to use in the game. I definitely do recommend, though, guys, that if you guys are buying players, make sure that you do look and see what their synergies are, and if they do have some type of uh, you know, correlation with your team synergies, because if you're just buying random players and you don't know their synergies, you're not getting the best out of your team. Even if you do get an 86 overall instead of that 88 overall, if it can activate a team synergy, it makes your whole team play a lot better. And I personally, I'd prefer an 86 over an 88 if that 86 can make my whole team play like 90s. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. Drop a comment. Let me know what synergies you guys have activated or what synergies you guys prefer. And if you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe to that channel. Let's get all the way to 750 subscribers this year. Currently at 203, guys. Let's go. All right, see you guys soon.